What's up, YouTube? So this is 21420 Calle del Barco. Calle del Barco. What a mess. Look at this property is just completely destroyed here. And then right next door, it looks like they're finishing up the construction on this beautiful home to the left. Come out here, see what this looks like right here. Wow. Look at this home, it's beautiful. Look right here. These people were so lucky. Something caught fire there. But look, this door was so close to going up. Maybe a fireman caught it or something when they come up here. So, oh look, that house, that thing's on fire. Let me put it out real quick. Who knows? Probably save that house though. So right here is Paseo Hidalgo. Such a beautiful home. It's a nightmare building houses up here on these cliffs and on these hills. But when they're completed, man, they really are spectacular. It's not for everyone. Some people need flat and they need room to breathe. You know, they need space from their neighbors. But if you live in Los Angeles, this is normal. So this is a dead end up here. Probably mountain lions. Could you imagine all of these hills? I guess these are either the Santa Monica Mountains or the Malibu Mountains. That street down there, that canyon road, I think it's Las Flores Canyon Road. And this whole canyon was on fire. Off in the distance, near the ocean, right there. That's the restaurant Duke's. I don't think it's been reopened just yet, but apparently it's going to be reopened shortly. I'm pretty sure Adam Carolla lives right down there on the opposite side of that little cliff, like where that Japanese style home is right there, like right in that area. Or I guess where he lived, I'm not sure. All of these homes look vacant. Doesn't look like anyone's living here. You guys can probably hear my boots. I got these new boots a couple of weeks ago. I'm still breaking them in. They're all squeaky. Yeah, a lot of these homes look vacant, like nobody's living in them. I mean, I wouldn't want to live here right now either if I didn't have to. If this was my second home or I had the funds to live elsewhere for a while, that's what I would do. It's not fun living in a construction zone. It's not healthy either. Like your stress levels go through the roof. And if you live in an area where, I don't know if this property's for sale. It might be though. Rodeo Realty. It's a beautiful home. I love these very basic style homes. Very pretty, low maintenance. Anyways, yeah, living in a construction zone is not fun. It's bad for you. Probably reduces your life expectancy. Oh, there's a car coming right here behind me. There's 2 cars. Look at this house is fine. Completely annihilated. And then fine again. So if you're an older person, and you're thinking, it might be easier for you just to sell the lot. It's going to have a pretty significant impact on your quality of life and potentially even your life expectancy. Just your stress levels are going to go through the roof. It's a nightmare. You know, and Donald Trump came out the other day and said that he was going to be putting on, I think it was like 30% tariff on Mexico. There's a lot of products that are used for construction that come from Mexico. Concrete, rebar, wood. You'd be surprised. Sheet metal, copper. There's a lot of products that come from Mexico. And if the prices are going up by 30%, and I guess the whole idea behind the tariff is that the company takes the hit and not the consumer. Yeah, well, if that's the idea, that's not going to happen. Those additional costs will get passed on to the consumer 100%. Look, there's another property for sale. There's just a realtor. More than likely. Look at this. Land for sale everywhere out here. So this is 3858 Rambla, Orienta Street. I'm sure there's a lot of investors coming around these areas and prospecting, looking at lots that are available for sale and looking at ones that they think will be the easiest to either rebuild or build. Because for those who do have, a lot of money, this could potentially be the opportunity of a lifetime. It really could. So many people have dreamt about living in these neighborhoods and communities for decades, but either it's really expensive to buy here, to get land. I think some of these areas are going to have some pretty serious price cuts. Just because the demand right now is not going to be all that high. Look at that view though. But if you are sitting on some cash, you may very well be able to encounter a resident who's in a desperate situation. And you may very well be able to get a pretty good deal on some land out here if you've got some deep pockets. I'm pretty sure Adam Carolla lives right there. If you look down, there's like a little restaurant right there, a little brick house right there on the Pacific Coast Highway. Years ago, whether you guys believe it or not, probably back in, I don't know, 2006 or 2007, I used to work for an actress. Her name was Suzanne Summers. And I used to work in her warehouse selling toning systems and thigh masters and face masters. She was a really nice lady. She would sell all different types of products, skincare, cosmetics, supplements, protein bars, whatever. She actually passed away not too long ago. That little restaurant down there, it used to be a little Mexican restaurant. It was probably one of the best Mexican restaurants I'd ever been to. If there is such a thing as a gourmet Mexican food, that was it. Look at this beautiful home right here. Brand new, beautiful home overlooking the Pacific. So beautiful. Yeah, so we used to go to that restaurant. She used to take us there for the Christmas parties. I forget what it was called. I think they went out of business and then they changed the name to something else. Oh, let's see what this address is. This is 3885 Rambla Orienta Street. Yeah, that was a little fun fact about me, in case you guys didn't know. I used to work for Suzanne Summers in her warehouse doing all the shipping and receiving. It was fun. She used to go on Shop NBC and QVC, and we used to sell the hell out of those thigh masters. Containers filled with them. I think she ended up leaving Malibu years and years and years ago because her home burned down in a fire in Malibu. And she was having such a hard time rebuilding. I think they ended up, her and her husband, Alan, ended up leaving and going to like Palm Springs or something. I don't remember how old she was. Maybe she was in her, back when I worked for her back in 2000 and, I think it was like, it wasn't 2006, maybe it was like 2011. Yeah, I think 2011 was when I was working for her. I think she was in her 70s back then, maybe late 60s, but she looked good. She looked really good. She was hot. For an older chick, whew. She had really nice teeth, super white, and really nice blonde hair. Suzanne Summers. Her husband was a little guy though. Every time when I stood next to him, I was like, oh, this guy's nothing. But he's loaded though. Alan Hamill. He was cool. We're at the Christmas party. I'm checking out his wife and I'm sizing him up. That's terrible. I was young. I was like 21 or something. 22. Look at this lady. That truck sounded mean. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, what's his name lives right here. Adam Carolla lives right there. I could be wrong. I don't know exactly where it's at, but somewhere around here. Beautiful place. And then right down there is that little Mexican restaurant that I was talking about. Used to have really good food. A lot of these people are cooked. They're gonna lose so much money. A lot of these people probably weren't fully insured, or they had just the California Fair plan or whatever, which only covers up to so much, $3 million or whatever it is. That's what even Grant Cardone, the 10X guy, he goes, you imagine these guys living in Malibu, this guy's got a $30-40 million mansion, but only $3 million worth of California Fair plan. They're booked. Because the insurance companies are charging so much money to insure your property. So people just, said, hell with that. I'm not paying that. Can you imagine if your premiums went from, let's just say $50,000 a year to $150,000 a year. They tripled or quadrupled. A lot of people just said, no, I'm not doing that. And then got onto the fair plan. And now they're toast. You think you're saving money and rolling the dice, when in reality, you just lost. Some of these people lost millions. Anyways, that's my little spiel. All right, guys, so I think we'll close this one out. It's getting pretty long. We're going to close this one out at 3950 Rambla Orienta Street, all right? So thank you again to everyone who's been checking out the channel. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys later.